Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Just wondering if this is working. Or how about if I do it this way? And do it this way. Okay, thank you. Manage recipients. Got longer hair last time. Right. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So I just finished my previous lesson and I haven't opened the files yet. I did look at the email that I got before, but I have to find the textbook that we're usually using. Chapter. I think it was, yeah. And let's find out how far we got. Not sure where that went. Oh well. Okay. So how was your week? Was it busy?
Yes.
Is it always the same? Is it busy like it always is, or more busy than usual?
It's more busy than usual.
Oh, really?
Because we are going to have our final exam.
Oh, when is your final exam?
At July.
Oh, is it the beginning of July?
Yes.
Uh-oh. So is that for every subject?
Yes. every subject.
Wow. And does that cover everything that you studied from the beginning of the year, from September?
Yes, yes.
And are you prepared? Do you think you're ready for the tests?
And I think yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So I'll just I'll see if I could find where we left off. I'll try to share the screen here. Yeah, today is kind of a busy day for me because I was teaching from 8:30 in the morning, but it was 1.5 hours from here, and then I had to get up an hour before that, and then I teach until like 10:30 tonight, so like 14 hours or something. I think this is it. Can you see this file, the
Yes, yes.
one we looked at before? So I think we went past here, past this. Oh, maybe. So I think your father sent back this file. I'm not sure where. Did you write in this file here or?
Yes, yes, we wrote our answer in the file.
Oh, okay, so that's in the PDF file.
Yes.
I put it somewhere here. That's weird. I think I'll just check my email again and download it one more time. The second message that your dad sent. So, untitled. Probably in your folder somewhere else, and I can't find it. And where did I put that? Desktop. Oh, okay. So you marked it this way. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. So I'm just going to grab the answer book.
Okay.
Chapter 2. So that's right. So first of all, we're looking for the things that, yeah, so the things in yellow, or actually things in green, I guess. The things that Sarah did not use in her brainstorming list. So we do have I miss him, two brothers, one sister. I had his teacher before. I wrote to him yesterday. So you also highlighted teenage. Maybe they didn't have that and laughs a lot. That's weird. So laughs a lot. Right here we have talks and laughs a lot. So we kind of combine the two of them together. And then, oh, that's right, teenage. I haven't noticed that before. That this one just says follows my brother around, and you guys noticed follows my teenage brother around. So you're the first ones who have noticed that ever since I started using this book. So that's good. You're very observant. Then we're also looking for what was in what she added in here. So missing a few teeth, that's right. Funny. So maybe include funny in here. Oh, funny plays jokes. Maybe they had funny here, but didn't have plays jokes. Funny, funny, funny. I don't see it in here. So maybe funny and plays jokes together would be in there. Loves animals. Um, yeah, talks a lot. Loves school. So we do have love school here. Oops, so this one is love school,
Okay.
which you included here. But yeah, talks a lot is also in there, but here we had laughs and talks a lot. Okay, that's good, yeah. But the main idea is that we're going to make our list, and then we don't always put everything into a category because we can't really fit everything that comes to our mind into one paragraph or into one essay. And when we have our categories, then that will remind us of some more ideas in those same groups. So that's good. And I guess we probably did this before together. Did we do this one together last week?
Sorry, what?
Did we do this practice 2 together last week?
Which practice?
Can you see this one here that I'm highlighting?
No, I
No.
can't see.
Okay, I guess we have 2 files. Oh, that's why. Stop share. And share again. That's weird. Oh, here. There we are. And now you can see the highlight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably before you could only see the other page that was in there. They probably didn't see what I was doing before. Did we do this one together before? Choosing which one is the topic sentence and which ones are the supporting sentences? I think we probably did do this one. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't freeze you guys. Can you still hear me? Darn, what did I do? I don't want to stop it because then you're going to lose my. Oh.
Oh, okay.
There we are. Good. That happens a few times. Once in a while, I notice with this software. I'm not sure what exactly. Oh. Not sure if are you still there?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there. Okay. There you are. So I think we probably did this before, as far as I can remember.
Yes.
And we also did these ones.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I remember you guys doing that. How about these ones? Oops. Oh, I do remember saying the name Capito.
Yeah.
This one, did you do separately, like for homework? A teacher to remember?
Yeah, we did it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't think it's in the file here unless. No. So I'll ask Christian, what is your topic sentence for this paragraph?
I,
It's probably hard to remember.
mm,
看一下，
let me think.
Okay.
可以见到。没有找到。
So, uh, there is
Yeah.
is I can't remember it.
Okay. How about your sister? Do you remember? Or can you think of what the topic sentence might be for this one?
I think it's my teacher is my teacher is Mr. Jenkins. He is a very good teacher.
Okay, so that would be two sentences. But if we join them together with a semicolon, that's like a period on top of the comma, then that would be okay. Yeah. And so the answer, just one sample that we could use, which was in the book, is Mr. Jenkins was my favorite teacher. So we could have anything. The teacher I remember most is Mr. Jenkins, or Mr. Jenkins, my teacher. I don't know what grade that was in. My previous teacher, comma, had a strong influence on me. There's lots of things that we can probably write about that one.
Yeah.
So from now on, when I get you to write your paragraphs, I'm going to pay a lot of attention to the topic sentences that you use, and to make sure that every supporting sentence that comes after it is related to the topic sentence that you write. And that's what teachers are going to look at too, to make sure that your topic sentences really cover everything that comes afterwards. Kind of like one big umbrella covering all the ideas of the sentences that come after that one. Okay, and then you wrote your first draft. This one I think we haven't done yet together. So we're going to, after we write our first draft, we're going to revise our writing. But first we'll practice by revising a different student's paragraph here. And I like this book because it includes the questions ahead of time. So we have to think about them before we read our paragraph. What do you like about this paragraph? So you have to think of something that you like, not just the content, but also the way that the student wrote it. So maybe there are lots of details, or is my voice still okay? Or is it getting a little strained? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's good, because I could hear some feedback from my voice a second ago. Maybe something about the writing that you maybe like. And is the paragraph about one main idea or more than one main idea, like maybe two main ideas? Of course, we only want one main idea. Is there a good topic sentence? So that's kind of two questions. Is there a topic sentence, and is it a good one? So it could be maybe there's no topic sentence, or there is one, but it's not a very good one, or there's a good topic sentence. And then number 4, are all the supporting sentences, I can hear my sound again. Are all the supporting sentences relevant to the main idea? So is every supporting sentence related to that main idea, which is supposed to be in the topic sentence? And are all the supporting sentences grouped into categories, similar to what we had before, maybe appearance, life, and personality in some kind of order? Or are some of them out of order, maybe not really following the groups and kind of got scattered a bit? This one, because it has Korean name in here, maybe I'll read this one first. So my friend, Yoon-hee and I met in high school. When I left Korea, she cried. Yoon-hee works at General Hospital, and she is never absent from work. She likes to take care of the patients, but she doesn't like the doctors. She says they don't respect the nurses. One doctor always shouts at the nurses. On the weekends, she goes to the mountains or visits an interesting place. Yoon-hee is very active. If there is something that she wants to do, she does it. She is cheerful and talkative. When I had a long face and was sad, she talked cheerfully to me. Yoon-hee is tall and very thin. She has small brown eyes and long, curly, dark brown hair. She looks like Olive Oil in the Popeye cartoons. Olive Oil is Popeye's girlfriend. Sometimes when my friends and I were serious, she told jokes to us. I love her and I want to see her again soon. So we don't know whether the writer is a boy or a girl. We just know that he or she really likes Yoon-hee. I'm going to show you a quick picture of Olive Oil. And to change the screen. Is this going to work? Oh, desktop. That's interesting. Can you see this?
Oh, yes. It's...
Can you also see a picture of yourself or not? I don't know. I'm going to just change this quickly because it's kind of a different way. Change to this one, which may be the same thing. Does that look the same, or is there something different?
I can see match pictures.
Okay. So this is Olive Oil. She's like a cartoon character from a very long time ago when they used to have them before even my mother was born, I think.
Oh.
And so they had it for many decades, and even when I was little. So you could kind of picture she maybe looks a little bit Korean to someone. And then Popeye is her boyfriend.
Oh.
So this is Popeye. It's a kind of a funny Western kind of cartoon here. Okay. So we'll go back to our paragraph. Paragraph. Okay, can you see that paragraph now?
Yes.
Because I remember it didn't work one other time. So in here, what do you like about this paragraph?
Um, the paragraph I think is very in
How would you say it in Chinese? It's very.
I think she in he is uh interesting person. She
Okay.
does.
Yes. So the way that they're describing her, she sounds like she's an interesting person. And how about the writing? Do you like anything about the way that the writer wrote about Yunhee?
I think if he says if there is something that she wants to do, she does it. So it's I like this sentence because it's very good to describe her her personality.
Good, yeah. So we could really visualize, we could really imagine what she's like from that one. I guess I like this one because it's very visual. It has a lot of imagery, so we see like mountains, and they don't just say sad. They say if I have a long face, which is another way of saying that someone is sad. But it kind of creates more of an imagination, and we could really see what she looks like with these details. And then when they mention olive oil, then we could really picture what she looks like. So I guess that's probably good. But we get a good sense of what kind of person she is. Do you think this paragraph is about one main idea?
I think it's not one main idea.
Is there like more than one main idea? Or is there like one main idea, but some minor details that are in there that are off topic?
So I think there is two main ideas.
Okay. So what are those two main ideas then?
She works at a general hospital, and she is very active and cheerful and talkative.
Okay. But then there are some other things that are also not related to those two also. I think, yeah, this is kind of a difficult question when they ask if there's one main idea, because we also know that we have some subtopics. So maybe like the book says that there is one main idea, that it's all about Yunhee, but of course we break that down into what she does, what her personality is like, and what she looks like. So altogether, those subtopics combine together into the main idea, which is okay to do, as long as they're still under that bigger umbrella. Is there a good topic sentence? Or is there any topic sentence?
Yes.
Which sentence is a topic sentence?
Yun he is very active.
Okay, so that's she's very active. Where is that one? Or is that the main idea without being in the? Oh, there it is. He is very active. So usually we don't want. Yeah.
Or she is cheerful and talkative.
Okay. Yeah. So these are some main ideas regarding her, especially her personality. But of course, the topic sentence. Where should the topic sentence be in the paragraph? Where do we always put our topic sentence?
In the first in the passage.
That's right. So the very first sentence in the paragraph should be the topic sentence. And if we look at this one, Yoon-hee and I met in high school. So if that were the topic sentence, then everything in the paragraph should be about them meeting. But actually, there's nothing in here about them meeting in high school. So maybe I think this paragraph doesn't really have a topic sentence. We'd have to do something. We'd have to write a separate topic sentence. So Christian was saying maybe I lost it. Yoon-hee is very active, but then again, very active doesn't cover these things about what she looks like. That would be maybe off topic. But if we talk about what she looks like and what her personality is and what she does, what do you think a better topic sentence would be for this paragraph? You'd have to like make a new topic sentence.
He is a cheerful and talkative person, and she
and she works at General Hospital.
Okay. So in the details, we have that she works in the general hospital. Yeah, cheerful and talkative. I think we still need something that's more general than those ones, that still covers what she looks like and everything else. So the book is suggesting something like, Yoon-hee is one of my best friends. So it's okay to be quite general in our topic sentence as long as we have a lot of details that come after that in the supporting sentences. Yeah, so Yoon-hee is one of my best friends. And then this whole thing is describing what Yoon-hee is like. But at the high school level, I think we probably want something that's more specific than that. But yours were maybe a little bit too specific because they didn't cover some of the details of like how she looked and things like that. Are all of the supporting sentences relevant to the main idea of Yoon-hee being my best friend, or Yoon-hee being a nice person, or something like that? Is there anything in here that's really not related to Yoon-hee, but is maybe related to the sentence before it?
she likes to take care of the patients, but she doesn't like the doctors.
Okay, yeah, like the last part. Although she doesn't like the doctors, maybe it's still about her because it's her feelings. She likes to take care of the patients. That's still something that talks about her. So that part is okay, but you're getting close to it. Which part is like no longer about her?
One doctor always shouts at the nurses.
Good, yeah. So that's related to the sentence before. She says, or she doesn't like the doctors. She says they don't respect the nurses. So the fact that she says it is okay to be in there. But then they take it one step too far on that same kind of idea, and then says too much detail about the doctor. What they could have done, which would have been okay, is if they made this one sentence. She says they don't respect the nurses because one of them always shouts at the nurses. Then we'd probably be okay. But as a separate sentence, like you said, this is irrelevant, and we don't want to have that in there by itself. Is there anything else in there that you think might be irrelevant? Not related to the main idea? Or do you think they're okay?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, the book says it's okay, but when I look at this now, olive oil is Popeye's girlfriend. As a separate sentence, I think it's probably not good, but if they combine these together, then it would be okay again. So she looks like olive oil, who is she looks like olive oil, who is Popeye's girlfriend in the Popeye cartoons. Then that would be okay. But it's probably not good to have this as a separate sentence since it doesn't relate directly to her. And okay, are the supporting sentences grouped into categories? So do they talk all about one aspect of her, like what she does, and maybe another aspect of her personality and another one of her appearance, or is there maybe one or more sentence that's not in the right group, maybe in the wrong place or something?
When my friends and I were serious, he told jokes to us.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's not in the right place. Because what is this area doing? This is talking about what she looks like, and this is not really related to what she does. So that's right. We want to move that to a different place. So we might start the paragraph out with, Yoon-hee is one of my best friends. When I left Korea, she cried. And then actually the next one is kind of out of place too. Oh, and that's probably when we would say, maybe change the first and second sentence around. Yoon-hee and I met in high school. Now she works at General Hospital and she is never absent from work. Yeah. So that order would be a little bit better, I think. Good. So I'm going to be looking at your paragraphs too to make sure that you have not just the one that you did for this chapter, but all the paragraphs that you write. And when you write essays also, the body paragraphs within there, to make sure that you have everything related to each other, even if we have subtopics, a group of sentences that are belonging together and another group belonging together and possibly a third group, all within one overall paragraph. Okay, any questions about writing or about any of those things?
Yeah. So, and no.
You think you're okay? You can write, like, if you have questions later, like, what you did before, writing the question about, I guess, the grammar that I was checking before. I can't remember. Oh, about verbals. That was good. That when you wrote a question asking about difference between verbs and verbals, and I think something else. And that's when I tried I tried to describe. I don't know if my description was okay about verbals being participles, gerunds, and infinitives. And then I described a little bit about what each of those ones is. But we'll go over. We'll talk about verbals in a little bit more detail when we're doing the grammar. And let's see. Did you see each other's paragraphs or not yet?
No.
No, okay, just like last time you didn't see. So they want you here to look at each other's paragraphs and then answer the questions related to it. So what do you like about your partner's paper? So we're going to put a star next to any ideas or sentences that you like. That's a very North American thing to do because we always want to be positive and not be too critical or too negative. So we'll look at one of those. That's when maybe we'll start with Christians. And I don't think this one is. Okay. Can you see this one that Christian wrote?
Yes.
Okay. So I haven't edited it yet. I think maybe last time I didn't either. I was just looking through it and then I thought we'd edit it together. Move this around. Yeah. Okay, a person important to me. So Mrs. Pooh is my English teacher in school, which is good. And she is also my head teacher. So this is your topic sentence. So we want to see whether everything is related to her. She has worked in our school for more than. Maybe you were wondering how many years and you didn't come back and write how many years. How long has she been there?
About 15 years.
Oh, 15 years? Okay. I was going to guess 7 years, but that's not very long. She is a very kind teacher, and we all like her very much. That's good. So the good use of comma and then and again. She is about 35 years old with short, straight hair, oval face. I wonder if I should check the grammar now. Oval face, a pair of glasses, small eyes, and a big mouth. Taco. I don't know. A big mouth. She is a bit short for her age, comma, but that's good. I like to see the comma and but. She is not heavy. Yeah, and these kind of go together. That's a good way to put your sentences together. These ones are really about the head. That's good. Maybe this one is like a separate little idea, but we don't want to have it too short, so that's good. You join the sentences together. She has very happy and big smiles, comma, and she's seldom angry. So that's good to see. And comma and. In spring and summer, she usually wears dress. I don't know, should I check grammar? Maybe not. She often tells jokes to us.
Yeah,
Us in class, comma, and we often laugh. That's good to see, comma and. It is fun to have her class. She also has a lot of teaching experiences because, so we actually don't need a comma in front of because. Only for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So that's the fanboys. Fanboys, fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet. So they're all either 2 or 3 letters. Because is like a long one, so we know it's not going to be one that has a comma in front. Because although she doesn't give us much, nothing as much homework, comma, she got a high score in our grade. So what does this mean? She got a high score.
it means she teaches us a very good result.
Okay. So do the students in her class get high scores?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you also give like scores about your teachers to the principal or not?
Oh, no.
No. I don't imagine that happening in China. We don't do that in Canada either, except in university. So in university, they hand out a paper and we have to write how well we like our professor. And that's a big thing in the United States. So then a professor can lose his job if the students don't like him or her very, very much, which is not really it's not a good system. Because maybe the students don't like him because they're lazy. So you don't have that there. She has a daughter at grade 7. We probably say in grade 7, comma, which is smart. We probably say who is smart, but we also want to move that right after daughter. She often talks about her. So we have she and her. We're not quite sure which one. Of course, we know that it's the teacher often talks about her daughter, but it's a little bit unclear. If the teacher's being really strict, then we have to say Mrs. Pooh often talks about her daughter, or just often talks about her. We all like her very much. Mrs. Pooh goes to school very early, although her home is far from school. Again, we don't really need a comma here, but although is kind of like an exception, so we could sometimes use a comma there. She is responsible to her job. We would say responsible in her job. She cares about us like we're her children and family, comma, so that's good, comma, so. We are very close to each other. Okay, so I'm going to ask Christiane, your sister, what do you like about your brother's paragraph?
I think the first sentence is very good.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good topic sentence. The kind that we're kind of looking for, at least in this book. Anything else?
And 什么呀？
Do you think he?
Some words
Oh yeah.
like tree is not heavy.
Okay. 不那么胖。Not like. Yeah, that's good. And then, actually, the next question, we won't go back to that other file in case we lose this page. Is there anything in here that you don't understand? That you didn't understand what your brother was writing? Or you?
He got high score in our grade.
Yeah, so that's one that I had trouble with. Okay. I wonder if I should maybe highlight it in red. And then we got that clear now. And maybe the other things we like, topic sentence is good. And I'm going to check the next page. Oh, is there a topic sentence about the main idea? Oops. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. This is not. I guess I can't do this in the software. I'll just underline. So it says to underline the topic sentence. That's a good one. Do all of the supporting sentences give information about the topic sentence? Did you think there were any irrelevant sentences in here?
I think they're no.
Oh, so you think they're all relevant and there are no irrelevant sentences?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I think they're all related too. Let's see. And they also want you to write at the bottom of the paper, write one sentence about the paragraph or one question about the paragraph. So ask about something you want to know about the important person. So maybe you already know this teacher, but can you think of any question that has not been answered in this paragraph that you would like your brother to add a detail about? I have to try to think of it too because I don't know the teacher. I'm having trouble thinking of another question to ask. Oh, I know. Okay. Oh, she's an English teacher. All right, and the head teacher. I know. Okay, I'm going to ask. What grade or grades does maybe does Mrs. Pooh teach?
Seven.
Oh,
6. 8 and 9.
Okay.
Then it's 3 grades.
Oh, 3 years. Okay. So that's like junior high school here. Except in BC. BC is very strange. They have high school from grade 8 to grade 12. So all of those grades go together in one school, which is usually what they do in very small towns, but they did that throughout most of BC. But where I come from in Alberta, we have elementary school from grade 1 to 6, and then junior high school from 7 to 9, and senior high school from 10 to 12. Okay, so we're going to check our grammar. Oh, and that's the same as Japan, I think, the same system. Now we're going to look at your sisters and ask those same questions. I feel dizzy again. Let's see. And there it is. And okay, can you see this one about my mother?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to have capital letter. And we want to indent it 1 space. Actually, 1/2 inch. It's not quite 1/2 inch there. I'm very picky. 12-point font. Ooh, that's quite small. You do 1.5 spaces. Okay, my mother is a kind and responsible person. Ooh, that sounds like a good topic sentence already. She has wavy hair, dark brown eyes, and oval face. She is in average height, middle-aged. She is slim. She looks after us and does housework every day. Yeah, if she did your homework, that would not be good. She does housework every day. That's good that you have this 2 separate words, which is correct. Most Americans and Canadians think it should be 1 word, but we only have that as 1 word in the special case, so you probably learned that already. She gets up at 6:10 every weekday to prepare the breakfast. Then she drives us to school at 7 o'clock. At noon, she drives us home and cooks lunch for us. It's really delicious. Oops, comma. We often eat a lot. So this is actually 2 sentences, but that we separated with a comma. But I try not to look at grammar. After lunch, she drives us to school. In the evening, she cooks dinner. She needn't to drive us, so we don't really use to here. We would just say she needn't drive us home because we go home by bus every evening. We have dinner together at about 6:40. It is really good too. When we do our homework, she helps us a lot. Therefore, we can finish our homework earlier and easier. She is a responsible person, comma. She can always remember the things we need to do and remind us timely. So this is 2 sentences again, joined together with a comma, which we don't want to do. But we'll talk about grammar later. She also looks after our pets, chinchillas, very well. So are they really fluffy? And are your chinchillas very fluffy? I don't know what fluffy is. And the dictionary says 绒毛般的.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Also, Yeah. Oh, but it says a fluffy little kitten is Rong. I don't know the character because it has an ear with grass on top. I don't know the character. Mao Rong. Rong Rong. Oh, okay. Anyways, I learned a new word today. Back to where we were. Are your chinchillas gray?
Yes, it's great.
Yeah. Are they always gray? I think they probably are. I don't know if there are any brown ones. Okay, she is very understanding. When we want to buy something or want to go somewhere to play, she understands us and supports us. I love my mother. Yeah, this is really, you did a really good job on this one. There's a lot of good things in here. So I'm going to ask your brother the same questions. So what do you like about your sister's paper?
I think she used some interesting vocabularies.
Okay. What kind of
And
vocabulary in there was good?
Responsible and
Okay.
understanding,
Good. Okay.
timely.
Timely. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that somewhere. Anything else about her writing?
And I think she introduced her mom very clearly.
Yeah, I think so too. So we can imagine what your mom is like, especially for the things that she does. So we know she's very dedicated and things like that. I like the topic sentence. That's really, really, really good topic sentence. Yeah, that's very, very good. Good topic sentence. And yeah, lots of details about what your mom does, so we can imagine what her day is like. 好辛苦. And actually, you also have a good concluding sentence, even though I don't think we've even learned about concluding sentences in this book yet that I can remember. Okay. And next question is there anything in here that you don't understand that your sister wrote?
Oh, she didn't drive us home. And I don't know when. I don't know when she needed to drive.
Okay. So you're not quite sure about that one.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see. I guess I kind of answered this one. It says, is there a topic sentence about the main idea? They want us to underline. So that was a good topic sentence. Really good one. And are all of the supporting sentences related to that topic sentence? Is there anything that you think in here that might be unrelated? So they're all related? No. Okay.
I think, yes.
Yeah. And then I think you probably know your mother, but we have to try to think of a question. You know your mother better than your sister knows the teacher. Can you think of a question that's really not answered in this paragraph?
What food does she like best?
Oh, okay. Or even maybe what food a little bit closer to what she's writing is maybe what food does she cook best? Maybe what dish maybe? What dish does she cook best, or what is her most delicious? I don't know. Okay, so that answers all our questions. We got everything in there. Then, so we'll come back to this later, but we want to go back to our original textbook here, thing here. Okay, so that, can you see the editing your writing part?
Yes.
Okay, I always have to check just in case you can't see it. So of course our fourth step is to edit the writing. I was kind of pointing out a few details in there. Okay, so this talks about fragments. In English, every sentence must have both a subject and a verb. That's not quite totally true. I'm just thinking, because we can have a sentence that says yes or no, and it's actually okay, but that's a very rare exception. I think almost every other sentence we have should have both a subject and a verb to make it complete. If a sentence does not have both a subject and a verb, it is called a fragment or an incomplete sentence. Fragment means broken piece. So of course, if we drop a glass or a bowl on the floor and it breaks, then we pick up the pieces and we call them fragments, especially for glass, maybe a glass window. A sentence fragment is only a piece of a sentence, not a complete sentence. So there are three problems a fragment can have. Either it lacks a subject, so there's no subject, as in this sentence, also loves to follow my teenage brother around. It doesn't say who, even though the rest of the paragraph is about, can't remember his name. Do you remember his name, the boy? Oh, Adam. Yeah, my brother Adam. So Adam loves to follow my teenage brother around. No, maybe we're lacking a verb. He's short for his age and a little heavy. So maybe he is short for his age. Sometimes we have no subject or verb, and big brown eyes. So we don't know who has big brown eyes or doesn't have them. Chinese is not as strict this way. Like you can actually have I have to check my time here. You can get away without having subject and verb, and I think for some sentences. Okay, so here we are, practice 6. So we're going to figure out whether each one of these is a fragment. None of them are correct of these 6. We have to write NS for no subject, NV for no verb, NSV for no subject or verb. So you guys could tell me what you think. My wonderful old grandmother. What should we write for that one?
NSV.
I think this one is probably NV because this would be the subject. My wonderful old grandmother is probably subject. So, but there's no verb. Actually, you could kind of think NSV if we say she is my wonderful old grandmother, then that's true. Maybe this is an object. But we could also say my wonderful old grandmother is very thoughtful or something. Then mostly we're just missing a verb. Every morning of her long life. What should we write for that one?
Envy.
Envy. So is there a subject in this one?
NSV.
Yeah, this one's probably NSV because even though it almost looks like her long life is like a subject, but it's not really because we have of her long life. So this whole thing just talks about the time. Sometimes people will write just the time or just the place and not have a subject or a verb. So this is NSV. Fixes breakfast for her family, which in other words just means she makes or prepares breakfast for her family. How about that one?
NS.
Yeah, that's right. So there's no subject. It should be she or my grandmother or whatever. A cigarette always in her mouth. How about that one?
Envy.
Yeah, that's right. So there's no verb in that one. So it should be a cigarette is always in her mouth. Wow, what kind of grandmother is that? Only worry about her, or often worry about her. I don't know what that is. I guess that's still a verb in there.
No, NS. Yes.
Yeah, no subject. That's right. I'm going to just check to make sure that I think there should be an S. Where is my book? That was number 5. Yeah, no subject. So maybe we or I often worry about her. And the last one, an important person in my family.
NSV.
Yeah, so kind of like this other one that we had before. It could be NSV. Maybe we don't know. I mean, she is my wonderful old grandmother. I would like to talk about an important person in my family, but this is still a noun, so this could be the subject. So the book is saying NV. An important person in my family is my grandmother, I guess, so maybe just NV. But I could see how you would say maybe NSV for both 1 and 6. Okay, so these ones we have to, all of these were fragments. These ones, some of them are complete. Whether they're short or long, they could be complete or not complete. So for a complete sentence, we would write S. For a fragment, we would write F. We could even have a long fragment, but we could also have a short sentence, complete sentence. My niece is a special person in my life. Is that S or V?
S.
Yeah, that's a complete sentence because we do have my niece as the subject and is the verb. What is a niece?
哦，怎么说？直立是干嘛的？直立是什么关系？
How would you describe it?
侄女。
My aunt's daughter.
No. That's a good guess, though. Because your aunt's daughter would be your cousin. So your niece would be your sister's daughter or your brother's daughter. Yeah. I don't know what that is in Chinese, whether that's true. That It was what you were saying before. Okay, only 9 months old. What is that?
F.
Yeah.
Yes, F.
Yeah, fragment. So this is probably missing a subject and a verb both. Her silky black hair.
它是 F。
F, yeah, fragment. This is maybe a subject, but there's no verb. Likes to play at 3 in the morning.
还是 F。
Yeah, F.
F, yeah. So this one is missing the subject. She likes to. My niece is very cute.
S.
Yeah, that one is complete. Yeah. I love her. Very short. What is that one?
S.
Yeah, so we already know that's a complete sentence. So that we're so to correct our fragment, we have a few different ways. So we maybe add a subject or a verb. So also loves to follow my teenage brother around. We add the subject, he. So he also loves to follow my teenage brother around. He's short for his age and a little heavy. So we add the verb. He is short for his age and a little heavy. We can add, if it's missing both, we're going to add both a subject and a verb. My wonderful little brother. He is my wonderful little brother. So like what your sister was saying before, an important person in my family and my wonderful old grandmother is kind of like this one. So that's kind of true. It's more like an SV if we look at it this way. And the other thing that we're going to do more commonly is probably add the fragment to the sentence before it or the sentence after it, because that's really what we intended to do. But we added a period, maybe a capital letter, which we shouldn't have had. And big brown eyes. So maybe we look at the sentence before it and it was, he has dark curly hair. So we just add it to there. He has dark curly hair and big brown eyes, no comma, because there's no reason to add a comma here. Even though it's the word and, this is not a complete sentence, so we don't need a comma just for part of it. Okay. Because we still have time. I was thinking maybe giving this to you for homework, but we still have 15 minutes. Yeah, there's still a lot in here in a way. Oh well. I don't think I could finish it in this time. What should I do? I think I'm going to go over your writing. That's maybe the best thing. And then leave the rest of this for your homework. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. You might have to try to type in here again. Or maybe print it out and then write on the paper and then send a scan or a picture of the paper that you're writing on, and then we can just do it together next time maybe. Okay, let's quickly look at your paragraphs before. Look at Christian's first quickly. Oh, no, that's Christian's. Christian. Okay, so I'm going to just go over the grammar quickly. Mrs. Pooh is my English teacher in school, and she is also my head teacher. She has worked in our school for more than 15 years. She is a very kind teacher, and we all like her very much. She is about 35 years old with, I think maybe and has would be more natural. And has short comma. So we have two 形容词，怎么说？那个 two adjectives here. Yeah. Okay. And has short, straight hair, an oval face, a pair of glasses. We could say a pair of eyeglasses. Glasses is okay. That's normally what we say. Eyeglasses is kind of old-fashioned, but yeah, we'll have it as it is. Small eyes and a big mouth. Okay. She is a bit short for her age, but she is not heavy. She has, she has very happy and big smiles. She has, probably we would change it to she has very big, happy smiles. Was more natural. And so this one, there's no verb in here. We have the subject she, and we have the adjective angry, but we need to have a verb. So she is seldom angry, or she seldom gets angry. Maybe seldom gets angry is probably better, I guess. In spring and summer, she usually wears a dress. Or we could say wears dresses. Yeah. She often tells jokes to us in class, and we often laugh. Yeah, so we have maybe often too much. Although you had seldom here. Oh, that's opposite. Maybe we want to try a different word. She often tells jokes to us in class, and we frequently laugh. So same meaning, but we have some variety of words. It is fun to have her class. She also has a lot of teaching experiences. So actually, we would just say experience. So collectively, it's just kind of one. Because, so no comma. Because, but we would have one here. Because this is like a separate thing. So because she got a high score in our grade. So this part is extra. Although she doesn't give us much homework, she, I don't know if I'm changing the meaning. She gives students in our grade high scores. Is that what you meant, or did I change the meaning a bit?
Yes. It's okay.
Okay. We could also move it around a bit. She gives high scores to students in our grade. Yeah. She has a daughter in grade 7, which is smart. So it should be, if the person is smart, then we have to say who is smart. But who is too far? We have grade 7 here. So we have to move it to, she has a daughter who is smart in grade 7. Because we're talking about daughter, and we have to have this close together. She often talks about her, so Mrs. Pooh often talks. Oh, so we have often again. Often, frequently. What else do we have? I have to check. Often. Frequently. Repeatedly. Continually. Regularly. Usually. Habitually. Mrs. Pooh gave, I think we'll keep often here, but maybe one of the other offens should be up here. Going to change it to she usually. Oh, we usually laugh. And this one's going to be she, double dot. She frequently talks about her. Oh, okay. We all like her very much. Mrs. Pooh goes to school very early, although her home is far from school. So no comment there. She is responsible, not really to her job, because you can't really be responsible to something, but you could be responsible to someone. So responsible in her job. Responsible in her job. Performing her job, doing her job. Responsible in doing her job. Okay, we better use better words. Let's say performing. She cares about us like we're her children and family, so we are very close to each other. Oh, okay. What grades does she teach? You said grades, was it 6, 7, and 8? Or
7, 8, and 9.
8 and 9? Or 7, 8, and 9?
7, 8, and 9.
Okay. There, where are we going to put that? Is my English teacher in school? She has worked in our school for more than 15 years, teaching grades 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now we quickly go to your sisters. Yeah, your sister did a really good job, but there's going to be some changes that need to be made. Oops. Also didn't indent yours, which you can't see me doing because you're already on the other page. So I just indented yours 1/2 inch. Okay, now to Christian's. Magic. Okay, my mother is a kind and responsible person. She has wavy hair, dark brown eyes, so maybe we'll do dark brown like this, and an oval face. I think your brother did something similar, so we need an in there. She is in average height. She has she is average height. She has average height. I'm going to change it a bit because I don't know how to do it. Her height is average. And she is middle-aged. Oh, I don't know. I kind of wrecked it because it's not really a good way of doing it. I'm just going to go back to she has average height. She has average height. And middle-aged. Okay. She is slim. She looks after us. So maybe she is slim is going to be a little bit closer to, I don't know, but grammatically that's okay. She looks after us and does housework every day. She gets up at 6:10 every weekday to prepare the breakfast. Maybe just to prepare breakfast. Then, comma. Most teachers and most books say you don't need a comma here for then, now, soon, but I think it's still good to have it there. Then she drives us to school at 7 o'clock. At noon, she drives us home and cooks lunch for us. It's really delicious. Semicolon, and comma. So maybe and, or maybe so. So we often eat a lot. After lunch, she drives us maybe back to school. In the evening, she cooks dinner. She needn't drive, so we don't need to here. She needn't drive us home. This is from school, I think. From school, because we go home by bus every evening. We have dinner together at about 6:40. This maybe is no longer about your mom. Unless we just say she, so we have to bring it back to being about her. But you already said she cooks dinner. I think we have to move this a little bit. So after lunch, she drives us back to school. I can't see where this is going. But she needn't drive us home from school. Oh, okay. Because we go home by bus every week. Okay. In the evening, she cooks dinner, which we eat together at about 6:40. It is really good too. When we do our homework, she helps us a lot. Therefore, we can finish our homework easier and faster. So this sentence by itself is no longer about her, but if we bring it together, then we're safe. So, and that is one sentence. She helps us a lot so we can finish, yeah. She is a responsible person. We have a sentence and then a comma and a sentence. She is a responsible person. She can always remember the things we need to do. So maybe because. Well, yeah, because she can always remember the things we need to do and reminds us. So the subject is she. So she reminds rather than she remind us timely. So this is not quite correct grammar, but your brother liked you using this word. Reminds us maybe on time, I guess is what we would say. Or if we want to use timely, she reminds us in a timely manner. Oops. Then that's okay. She can always remember the things we need to do and reminds us in a timely manner. Yeah. She also looks after our pets, chinchillas. So we have to have another M dash here. Very well. She is very understanding. This one I'm going to use a colon here because it explains why she's understanding, or gives an example. So remember to use this sometimes when you have an explanation afterwards. When we want to buy something or want to go somewhere to play, she understands us and supports us. I love my mother. Okay, what is she good at? What is she good at cooking, do you think? What's the best thing she can make?
这个
你一个食物
一山柔四，酸辣汤。
好像有一个那个菜用英文怎么说？好吧，he cooks meat.
Meat,
哦，这个 fish.
fish. Okay. Let's see where we can put it. Is there a special kind of fish? What do you call it in Chinese?
Other fish. Very well.
Okay. Let's see. In the evening, she cooks dinner, which we eat together at about 6:40. It is really good too, especially when she cooks fish. Or we could say various fish dishes. Now we have when here and another when, so maybe then. Oh, we already did that though. Where's the other then? Up here. That's really far, so we're okay. Oh, maybe we'll do later. Later when we do our homework. There. Okay. Any questions about any of these changes?
No.
No? And how about, I'm going to go back to your brothers again. Here. Then I have to go there too. This is also 14. Make it 12. Ooh. Oh, so they're about the same length. Do you have any questions about the changes we made in your paragraph?
No.
No. Okay. So I'll send these to you soon. For homework, maybe. Because I think your parents will probably want you to have homework, although you have like your final test coming up really quickly. But if you have time, you don't have to do this, but you can maybe finish the rest of the chapter of that file. Oh, where am I? I have to go back to here. Is that the right one? Yeah. We can maybe do this together next time. But if your parents really want you to do homework, then you can read the instructions and do what they say for the rest of the paragraph. Or you can write about another person. If you could think of like another person to write about, that's maybe an easier thing to do, and then we could finish doing the rest of this file together. So I'll leave it up to you. I'll write it in an email so you can see what your choices for homework are, and then you could think about it later. So right now is Sunday Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
So it's kind of the end of your weekend, so you won't have time to do other homework until later. But I'll send the files to you as soon as I can. And I guess that's all for now. Do you have any questions about anything or anything you would like me to do for you?
So we just do the practice 10, or we can write another draft.
Yeah, you can maybe write about another person, or you can finish the rest of this chapter, which would be 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard to do this unless you could do it on a separate file or something like that. So I'll give you a choice, either one that you think, as long as you do the same thing, rather than one of you writing about another person and the other one finishing this chapter. I think maybe I'll have you write about another person. That's the best thing. Do you think you could think of another person to write about?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I think that's what I'll make that to be the homework then. And then I'll just send the email to you for that too. Okay, so see you next week. Or next.
Yeah, okay.
And have a good week. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.